And we are on the campus of the University of Nebraska Kearney. The Health and Sports Center holds 6,000 fans, home to Loper basketball, volleyball, and of course wrestling. Last time they hosted the Division II National Championships, 95, and it's great to have them back here. Let's go now to 133. Todd Hibbs, the public address announcer.
And now we'll wrestle for a national title at 133 pounds. They'll wrestle from the red corner, a junior from Kutztown University, Joe Kemmerer. And from the green corner, a senior from Central Oklahoma, Jared Henning.
The referee for this match, Bob Deere from Lennox, Pennsylvania, and assistant referee is Kenny Ritchie of Moore, Oklahoma.
So Joe Kemmerer and Jared Henning, Central Oklahoma, with their second wrestler in as many matches here in the finals.
Has anybody had a better tournament than Jared Henning?
Oh, unbelievable. He's been the surprise without question of these championships.
Defeats a national champion, Brent Allgood from UNK in the first round. Beats the number 6 guy in the quarterfinals and the number 2 man in the semifinals.
And then we talked about the quick start that Central Oklahoma got out to, and the Broncos with Zuckerman and Henning really got things going at 125 and 133. Not only did he beat Allgood, but he beat him in his home gym, which in front of the home fans was a tremendous accomplishment.
Yes.
Beat him 8-5. Allgood, a defending champ, 2-time All-American.
Coach James from Central Oklahoma told me when he won that match, his team just took it to the next level. And of course, they won 9 out of 10 matches in that first round, 17 out of their first 20. Again, we said like how they took off sprinting and they didn't look back. Just talking with Bob Fisher, the coach of Kutztown, and he says, you know, Central Oklahoma, they've got the tradition. We're the underdog here. We like it that way. We're just going to go out and have fun and wrestle. And what a good position to be in as an underdog, an unknown, basically.
Well, Kemmerer, the higher ranked wrestler of these two. Kemmerer is ranked 4th nationally. Top 2, Allgood and Uhl. Brent Uhl from Findlay, Ohio, both beaten by Henning. Henning unranked.
Central Oklahoma, of course, they've had 43 national champions and 11 team titles, 145 All-Americans. Coach James has been there, like we said, 25 years and has just built a powerhouse and adds his, well, this would be his 12th national title this year.
So back to the center of the circle. No score here in period number 1. 125 left at 133 pounds.
These two have never met before. They're just kind of feeling each other out. That was our first half shot of the match. Again, we're just pushing and shoving, inside tie, trying to figure out what the other guy does. A lot of these coaches will film their opponents. You just don't know how much recruiting and scouting they've done on this. Henning with a nice shot, gets into a leg. Kemmerer backs it off really well.
Kemmerer beat 5th ranked Shane Perkey 3-0. 2 of those points coming on a takedown at the buzzer. So a tight match for Kemmerer in his semifinal as well. Henning beating Andy Uhl 6-5 in the semifinals. Again, single leg try for Henning.
Well, they give Kemmerer, excuse me, a warning for stalling. He hasn't made a shot yet. He's got a defensive stance position, bent back, straight legs. Just doing kind of blocking with his head.
Kemmerer with an impressive 31-3 record from Kutztown, the Kutztown Bears. He's from Mountaintop, Pennsylvania.
Oh, nice throw there. Did it on the edge, wasn't going to risk much there. Got the crowd into it a little bit more. Kemmerer looks like he should be on a surfboard. Here he is out here on a wrestling match. Strong. Controls that tie very.
So we tick down near the end of period number 1. No score. Again, Henning tries to get in on the single leg. Kemmerer backs out of it one more time.
Kemmerer, he's only given up 2 points thus far in 3 matches. Those were escapes, so nobody's scored an offensive point on him. We can tell there he's with that defensive stance. He's tough to take down.
So Kemmerer deferred, and
Henning takes both up.
Go up.
Get back on their feet. That 3 minutes of no takedowns. We're going to go for another 2. See what happens here. Henning inside tie. A lot of heavy pressure on that head. You can see that forward lean that Kemmerer gets. very heavy on the head as well. Front headlock right on the edge. College wrestling, they get to wrestle a little bit more out of bounds than they do in the high school area. Creates more mat space, more activity. We'll bring it back to the center.
133-pound match of the NCAA Division II Wrestling Championships. Joe Kemmerer in the light singlet, Jared Henning in the blue.
Wrestling is a funny sport. You watch these guys in the semis, and they were just ripping at each other, going. They get to that finals match, they kind of freeze up a little bit, slowing the pace down. They love being in that finals. They want to be that national champion, so let's don't make a mistake. Back to the center we go. Coach James is saying, pick that pace up. He's got to make something happen, get a move going. He tries a little half shot. Coach James he teaches his kids takedowns. They got to win on their feet, and to go 4 minutes without a takedown, I know that's driving Coach James crazy. He wants to see that kid get in there and make something happen.
David James, the winningest coach in the history of Central Oklahoma.
Well, he himself was a two-time national champion for Central Oklahoma, four-time All-American. Spent his entire life at that college.
He went away for 1 year to be a high school coach and came back.
Oh, did he?
That was it. Started there in 1976 as a student athlete, so.
He's done a lot for wrestling. There's a nice deep shot. Lost his base though. Gary builds it back up. Kemmerer's got good hips. He can wrap around the waist there. He's going to get 2 points.
Henning's in there deep.
This is usually a no-brainer for the ref. If he gets that hand about around the waist, he's not going to get that done. Kemmerer's got great hips.
Kemmerer will try to hold on for 10 more seconds.
Oh, he just misses it. Pulls him on. See, they're letting him wrestle almost out of bounds. Going to try to pull him on, then collapse on that leg for 2. Oh, runs out of time. Nice deep shot. Good defensive positioning by Kemmerer. It's his choice. He's going to take down.
So we head to the third and final period.
5 minutes.
No score.
Yeah, 5 minutes without a takedown. One close one, but that doesn't count.
So Kemmerer goes bottom, and we'll try to.
There's a crossbody ride, real tight waist, long tight waist. He's got long arms. Riding him tough here. Now he can get 1 point if he holds him down for a minute. This could be a big money maker here for him. He did go overtime the first match with Allgood to beat the national champion. So he's used to going tight matches.
Riding time now at about 30 seconds with 1:30 left in the match.
And there he finally gets to his feet, gets hand control, and breaks away. So
Kemmerer scores the first points.
Going to come to that takedown again. Who's going to make that commitment to score first? We saw, Larry, a lot of overtime matches yesterday and today, sudden victory matches, probably more so than I've ever seen. Just been an extremely competitive tournament, match by match by match. One of those tournaments, Larry, I think you could wrestle again and see some different outcomes on a number of matches.
Henning certainly the aggressor here, down 1-0. Tried a couple of shots, fended off by Kemmerer.
We saw that at Zuckerman. He was the aggressor in that match. Again, Central Oklahoma, they like to score on their feet, pushing and shoving and trying to get that shot going. Kemmerer has been warned. He had less than 45 seconds there. Again, that's not really a true shot, Larry. It's just kind of a keep the ref off my back.
Let the ref know I'm here and trying, right?
I did go to my knee.
That's right.
Front headlock, stalemate.
So stalemate called with 34 seconds left in the match. 1-0 Kemmerer on top.
Another half shot. Didn't set that up, just did a straight on shot. Needs to do a little bit more right to left movement. There he's getting moving some. Head snap and right to left movement's what Coach James is yelling at him. We're running down less than 20 seconds. Kemmerer's not going to make a shot. He's got his 1 point lead. He's going to circle, stay in bounds.
Tries to get on the single leg, just Henning, but backing out one more time is Kemmerer. 3, 2, and it'll end that way.
There we go. Kutztown has a national champion.
National champion at 133 from Kutztown, the Kutztown Bears.
It wasn't pretty, but it was effective. He had a good strategy. The second coach in a row. We see slow that pace down against Central Oklahoma kids and take it to the final period and see how we do. And he comes away a national champion. Well, what a tournament for Central Oklahoma. Nothing to hold his head down for. Jared Henning had a great tournament.
Well, phenomenal tournament. In fact, we talked about it, maybe the best tournament of anyone here other than not winning a national title. He knocked off the #1 and 2 ranked wrestlers to get to this point. And Kemmerer, he was a qualifier in 2005, came out here, went 2-2, was not named All-American, makes the championship match, and he is the NCAA Division II champion at 133 pounds with a 1-0 victory over Jared Henning. So congratulations to Joe Kemmerer of Kutztown. Let's go down Matt's side with Seth.
Joe, congratulations. You took your time, you remained patient, you get the national championship.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Tell me what it was like holding on to a very tough competitor tonight.
It was tough. I was just trying to fend off. I know he had a good sweep single. I was trying to keep that right leg back and keep attacking at the same time.
Congratulations. Larry, let's toss it back to you.
Thank you, Seth. 2 champions crowned so far in Kearney, Nebraska. We'll be back with 141 here in Kearney.